Hello, everybody, and welcome. We will potentially have some ads at the start, so we'll wait for some people to roll on in. While we are doing that, I need you to help me decide what I'm reading today, Brooklyn. If you
Yep.
can help me do that.
Yep.
And also the people in the comments as you start to roll in, please introduce yourself, tell me what you're reading, what team you're on, all the other fun stuff, and vote. I've got You've Reached Sam or The Broken Girls by Simone St. James, two very opposite stories. I have a romance or a thriller. What do I go for? Because I just finished my last book. So
What was your last book?
Find Me by,
Yeah.
Find Me. Yeah, everyone knows what Find Me is now
Yeah.
if they're a part of this because we're talking about it with Neva for like so many days. But yeah.
Well, I don't know either of those.
Oh, okay. So The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. Have you read anything by Simone St. James at all? She wrote Sundown Motel, which I absolutely loved. It was 5 stars. She's a thriller writer.
Okay.
And this one I think is like it's a haunted house kind of thing, and it jumps between 1950 and 2014.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like a jump. And then You've Reached Sam is a romance where our main character's boyfriend dies and she calls his voicemail just to be able to hear his voice, except one day he answers
Oh, okay.
from
That
like
sounds so
the
good.
other dimension. So they have
Yeah.
like this cross-dimensional kind of like connection romance, but like it's temporary. So like she needs to like let him go again, but it gives them a chance to like say goodbye. So I
Yeah.
hear this is absolutely going to break me, and I hear this is one of her best thrillers. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know what to go for.
There's a hard choice.
Yeah.
Maybe because you've just done romance,
Mm-hmm.
try thriller, but also it's February, so like romance
And
theme.
also the romance that I did was a thriller romance. So this is my
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
So it's like,
The same.
yeah. So I don't know. I will enjoy either of these, and I have to read both of them for Team Hanson anyway. So it doesn't really matter which order I do them in for. But let's see what other people vote for, and then maybe you can be like the deciding vote.
Yeah.
But before we jump into the comments, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you're reading tonight?
My name is Brooklyn. I am from Australia as well, and I have my own YouTube channel and Bookstagram, and I post like every 2 to 3 days, and I post like vlogs, TBRs, like all the usual stuff, like wrap ups and that kind of thing.
She is linked down below, so like go give her a sub, guys.
Thank you. Thanks. And I am reading Chain of Thorns. I started it the other day and then I got hooked on Ice Planet Barbarians.
I'm so not sorry.
I'm on like the 4th book. I've read them in like 2 days. Like I got really hooked and I haven't done anything. I was like, I'm going to clean the whole house so I can just listen to this. So it's kind of been productive.
That's what I did too.
But like that is so good. I was not expecting it. Like it's just I've never read anything like that before.
I know.
But yeah, I'm really liking it.
Out of the 3 that you have finished and the 4th one you're reading now, do you have a favorite storyline you've followed so far?
I feel like the second and third, the first one I gave 4 stars, and then the second and third I gave 5. So yeah, those two, I feel like the characters are more likable in a way. And it was just like the romance was a bit better, whereas the first one was kind of like way too all of a sudden. I was like freaked out by it. So like I think I've gotten used to it, so it's a bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
I'm glad that you're enjoying it, and I'm glad that I have corrupted somebody else. Hello, Sarah. Okay, so we have a vote for The Broken Girls for Erin, so that's 1. Another for Ren for The Broken Girls. Thriller vibes always. Hello, Alamata. Hi, Lola. I'm just watching the Potter Collection playing Hogwarts Legacy. Wait. Oh, wait. I thought you were playing Hogwarts Legacy, and I was like, how did you get your copy so early?
I'm downloading mine at the moment. It's taking so long because I got the pre-order one. But yeah, you have to wait until like 5 a.m. tomorrow for the early access.
Oh, see, I don't get my copy until the 10th. So I got a nice, what I thought was going to be a nice payout for my redundancy from Booktopia. So I went and spent that payout on a new Xbox and TV and Hogwarts Legacy.
Nice.
And as I was telling Brooklyn backstage, Booktopia called me today and gave me my job back. So no longer redundant. So payout redundancy not happening anymore. So I'm now just spending future pay slips. But that's fine because now I have Hogwarts Legacy and an Xbox, so it's fine. Hello, intending to finish Frostheart, which will fill the 3 boys on cover prompt for Jonas Brothers. I've had some DNFs my last 2 reads and need a positive one. Have you read Frostheart before? Because I really enjoyed the first book, but I haven't continued the series. Are you a middle grade reader, Brooklyn, or not really?
Not for a while. I kind of got into it with YA at this when I first started really getting into reading, but yeah, I haven't read them for a while. I have heard of them, though.
Yeah, I got into middle grade for, I don't know, do you know Gav from How to Train Your Gavin?
No.
So he's one of the big YouTubers from the UK, and he was super into middle grade, and he used to run a readathon every year based around middle grade to raise funds for schools and stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to read so many middle grade every year when it came around. My entire TBR was just middle grade because he made so many awesome suggestions. And Frostheart is his favorite series.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look into it. Looks good.
Oh, okay then. Well, I guess I'll take that as a vote for Broken Girls then. Yay! Welcome to Late Night Sprints, or as we like to call it, 5:30 p.m. Hi, Amy. On the last chapter of Witch Please by Anne Aguirre. Mute us and finish it. Then I'll swap to Dawn by Octavia E. Butler. Love Octavia E. Butler. She's so good. Hello, just finished work, so the timing of this prince is perfect. Fantastic. Welcome. Reading Skin of Sea. I have not heard of this at all.
No.
Hey, Mel. Yay! There is slowly acquiring a group of us. There's a couple, which is good because I love the Aussie community. Yes. There's only so many of us. There you go. Woohoo, another IPB fan.
You're recruiting them very quickly.
Erin's also on the 4th book. You guys can be messaging each other.
Yeah.
Another sub for you too.
Thank you.
Blue Indians for the win. I need to get back into them. Yes, Amy, do it. February is the time. It is Valentine's Day, romance. Yeah, 100%. Yes, continue. Continue the series is all I'm going to say. Hello. Are you reading anything in particular this evening? Yes, I did prefer the dynamic in Ice Planet Barbarians too. But it gets to the point where the shock of the smutty scenes is less and the shock of the plot takes over.
Oh, okay. I like that. The plot is starting to build a lot more, and I really like that because at the start I was like, oh, it's a little bit repetitive with the smart, but it's still really good, so I don't mind. But yeah, that's good that the plot thickens.
So a lot of the plot, I said a lot of the plot. I meant smart. Tends to be repetitive. There's only so much you can describe that. But she finds new ways to surprise you. And she almost repeats it every 4 books or so. So you kind of forget that you've read it, unless you're doing what we do and binge them for one after the other. There you go. I'm going to read Death on the Nile. Ooh, have you read this before, Mel, or is this a first for you? We've got 1 vote for you for each, Sam. So far, The Broken Girls is winning. Mel doesn't know what she's voting for. You're trying to help me decide what to read. Am I reading romance, You've Reached Sam, or thriller, The Broken Girls, Simone and James in these sprints? The Dulux copies came out earlier than the normal ones. Is she talking about
Hogwarts?
Oh, the deluxe copies came out earlier than the normal ones. Okay.
Yeah.
For PC, I wanted for Nintendo Switch, but didn't want to wait that long. That is why I ended up getting the Xbox, because I didn't want to wait for my Switch. I didn't want to wait till June.
Yeah, that's a long time to watch everyone else play and be like, I want to play it.
I know. Yes, well, I hope so. My boss called me today, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So I have a meeting with HR tomorrow to discuss it happening. But tell me about it. Especially considering it was 30 minutes before I was going into another job interview that they called me. Yes. book 2 is pretty good. I hear book 3 is the best one though. You're in for some tears, I hear, from the third one. Yes, definitely a Gavrik. Gav, you will need to check him out, Brooklyn. He is quite hilarious, but he's no longer middle grade anymore. He now just does random ass vlogs. Like some of the vlog challenges he's done is like he read the entire Goosebumps series.
Okay. Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah. Or he does like a lot of like costume, like he dresses up for vlogs. Yeah. Like he dressed up in Mamma Mia and did like all this CGI stuff in his videos. So he's fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's the like obvious typical gay guy, like really exaggerate, but great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what are your options? Let us know and we'll help you vote. Here in LA, it's 10:37 p.m. I usually sleep around 11 or midnight. Well, tonight you're staying up for 3 hours. You're here till 2 a.m. with us. No, that's fine. I'm also filming my first time reading Twilight for my booktube, but it doesn't kick off any prompts for this, so reading Frost Heart 3 first, and it will be a finished series. I'm trying to think if you can use Twilight for anything. Isn't that a friends to lovers romance? Maybe not.
If it was Jacob, then yes. Not Edward, really, though, I feel.
No, they just dive straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hate. That was kind of hate.
Yeah. Next Tuesday, I did plan on doing it. However, next Tuesday, I have to work for my previous company at the allergy clinic, and I won't finish until 5:30. So I will probably be starting later, but I'll probably still do one. However, I have to drive to Sydney the Wednesday. So I'll be having to get up at 5 a.m. So it'll probably only be a couple hours. It won't be my usual like 3-hour long one. But I might just do it on a different day instead. I might do it on the Monday because I finish at 4. Reading Eclipse, but I'm probably going to go to bed soon. That's okay. Stay with us as long as you want. I forced myself to take a break and read something else on my DVR, but I finished that today and I was immediately started IPv4. I agree with these choices, Erin. Booktopia, yes. I am back at Booktopia. I got made redundant there and now I'm back. It's confusing, I know. It's confusing for me and I'm doing it. I'm working my way up to the Blue Aliens. You all got me there. What are you reading to get you ready for the Blue Aliens? Because I'm going to tell you whether it's enough to get you ready for the Blue Aliens. Hey, John. I'm well. I'm assuming you're well too, Brooklyn.
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
I hate Lucy Foley, but I hope you're enjoying it. Have you read a Lucy Foley, or are you not much of a thriller reader?
No, not really. Why do you hate her?
I've read 2 of her books, and they were both the worst thrillers I've ever read in my life. 2-star,
okay.
Not a fan of her as a thriller writer. People love her. Like, don't get me wrong. She's just not for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, we have another vote for the Broken Girls and another one. Okay, I think I'm just going to end up reading the Broken Girls.
Yeah.
Ooh, reading Les Mis. That must be keeping you busy with how chunky it is. Played itself by. Ooh, that's the sequel, right? That's number 2. I think someone told me about that the other day. I love to try Simone St. James. Never know which one to start with. This is the 3rd one that I have read from her. Out of the 2 that I have read, I would recommend Sundown Motel over Book of Cold Cases. But that's all I have to say. But I loved Sundown Motel. Never read Death and Now, but I've seen it as a play. Nice. Hello, Heather. Gab is hilarious. Pooh smart. Hey! Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did that. And there was this whole debacle with this guy that was like not dating him, but like took him on a date and then like full like ghosted him. And it was like he took us on the whole adventure. Yeah. Nice. Oh, wait. I just read the second half of that comment. Can I ask what the sticker was of? I'm going to guess a dinosaur. Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Okay, fair enough. Currently reading options are One Dark Window or Spice Road. I have not heard of either of those.
Me either.
So purely based on title alone, I'm going to vote for Spice Road.
I would go there too. Maybe it's because I've been reading Ice Planet Barbarians. I don't know.
I'm in the spice mood.
It's good now.
That's why I voted for it. I read. Yes, Ren. It was fucking terrible. I'm glad I'm not alone in that. Be staying up as long as you'll go. I need to do some reading. I'm only in my second book of the year. That's fine. We're here as you need it. Heather wrote Lemmy's last month. My first read was novella. That's okay. All reading is valid. Broken Girls is the only one I've read since Mostly James. I keep meaning to read more since I read the one and then not getting to them. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my baby crying in the background. She's choosing to get angry because her dad is washing the dishes and she wants to be held. Tracy and Lola want me to read The Smart. Do it, do it, do it. I don't know where to start you though. I mean, you could just jump straight in if you really wanted, but it might be a little bit scary. I read The Hunting Party and the other one, not the Paris Apartment, but I can't even think what it's called. That's how bad it was. Hey, Pax, what are you doing up so late? Welcome. Hope you're having a good evening. What are you reading tonight? A kissing emoji? Yes, Mel, read all the smart. Please start with the Beginner series, Light Smart. Haven't even read it, so I can't guarantee, but you can trust Lola. If Lola says it's Light Smart, it's Light Smart. Hi, Tracy. Froda is also for Polathon, so it's kicking us. Yes. I forgot the Polathon is happening this week. I'm reading the Bargainer series. Oh, okay. That's a good one to start with. Oh, God. Did I miss something in Pax's sprint about Frozen? Is this an inside joke? So Pax he's from America and he does sprints mostly during our daytime.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Lola was on there and there was something to do with Frozen that came up. Spice Road, from what I know, is that in the Middle Eastern fantasy with a magic system around spices.
Oh.
Okay. Well, it's not the path we were trying to go down, but if that's what you're up for. Guest list, that's the other one I was talking about. Yeah. I've read some contemporary smartness, a dark romance, and monster smart that scares me. I think, personally, monster smart is less intimidating than dark romance.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Because the only thing that is different about the romance and the smart is the fact that they are non-human, whereas dark romance touches on like things that may not necessarily be within your sexual realm normally. I don't know how else to word it. So it might have a bit more triggers. So that's probably where I would recommend Monster Smart over dark romance before. But
yeah.
I read both, so I don't know. Mel, even I don't usually go to the smart. Yeah, Monster Smart isn't that dark. Alien Smart is pretty tame compared to Monster Smart too. Yes, see?
Yeah. They're
all, I reckon, go there before you go dark, Mel. Because once you go dark, you never go back. Are your shelves bowing or are my eyes not working?
Bowing as in like falling over?
No, bending like this.
Oh, yes. Yes. Only Kmart ones. And I am like, I need to like change the heavy books to the bottom. I don't know why they're at the top because they look nicer. But yeah, I need to get new ones. I'm just praying. They're so, yeah, they're not good.
No, it's fine. I can't really read smart having autism. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's not for everybody. Neva, how's work going? If they are bowing, then a round of applause.
They've been like that for a while, so pretty good.
Yeah. So we're at the end of the comments and we've been talking for about 20 minutes or so. So let's dive on into our first sprint. I figure we can do a 45-hour if people are cool with that. So yeah, we'll jump in. I'm going to be reading The Brooklyn Girls by Simone St. James as per everyone's vote. So we'll see you all in 45. Mm. How'd we go?
I ended up finishing the 4th book in Ice Planet Barbarians. So Pain of Thorns has not been touched, but next.
That is fun. And are you giving it 5 stars, 4 stars?
I gave it 5 stars. Yeah, it was very good, very, very good.
Who do we follow in book 4 again?
I can't remember any of the names because I'm reading them so quickly. They're all blurring together.
Yeah.
But the girl that had cancer before, yeah. Yeah, those two are cool. And I love like the girls' friendships as well. I love that part of it. It's really good.
I love the fact that the author has representation of something in every book. So there's like been someone who's deaf, someone who's had cancer, someone who has PTSD. There's like all these things that are represented. Yeah, it's really good.
No, it's really good.
I got to page 20, I think. I stopped with like a minute to go because I didn't want to like start a new page. I was like at a perfect stopping point. So yeah, page 20, and ate dinner and helped Anthony with bathing Addie. He's putting her down for bed now. So semi-productive, but not as much reading done as I wanted. But where was I? Let us know in the comments. Obviously, I'm just trying to figure out where I was in the comments, but let us know in the comments how you went that sprint, if you're liking your book, etc. So we're joined by Meg, who's going to be reading The Iron Sword by Julie Kagawa for Polathon. I have that on my TBR, like on my shelf, but yeah. Work is not great for Neve. Oh, very boring, but getting lots of reading done. Oh, that's good. We're joined by the lovely Rye and the lovely Barb. I don't know if they're still here, but Barb's probably had to go to work. But if you're still here, hello. The baby is up and we're still in hospital. Wait, why are you in hospital? What did I miss? Lauren Graham's new memoir is not as good as her first one, but I hope you're enjoying it. I just got home from work. I have about 50 pages left. House of Names by Colm Tóibín. Nice. Haven't heard of it, but I hope you're enjoying it. Hello, just finished writing a review. We'll be continuing Dead or Alive by Derek Landy. Nice. Yeah, my internet freaked out. I'm so sorry. And then I came back and I was not muted. So I'm sorry if you heard me screaming about bottles and boobs and whatever it was I was saying at the time. Or if you just saw me heard me chewing ice. I don't know what I was not muted for. So whatever you heard, I apologize. 12 pages of Skin of Sea. Nicely done. Stopped with 3 minutes left because I didn't want to start a new chapter. I pretty much did the same with like a minute left because I didn't want to start a new page. Did no reading, just watch Hogwarts game live stream. I need to start reading next sprint. Put the Hogwarts down. You will experience it yourself in 2 days. 51 pages. Wow, nice done, Tracy. That's like more than a page a minute. What are you reading? You should read that quickly. 10 pages, have 30 pages to go. I think you'll get that finished in the next sprint. 24 pages of Dear Martin. This book is just, oh, yes, so good. So, so good. Have you read Dear Martin?
No.
It's really upsetting, but it's good.
Yeah.
Harlow is who we follow, the deaf girl. Not the deaf girl, the girl who had cancer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of becomes a more key character later on. She comes back as like another character later on, because of some of the skills that she now has now that she's no longer cancerous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good. I like her.
Yeah. 39 pages of The Iron Sword. Nice. I don't know what this was a correction of. Oh, yeah. Skin of the Sea, not Skin the Sea. 30 pages of Delilah Green. I'm so in love with this book. I am so keen to read this, but I'm so worried that I'm going to go into it with such hype that I'm not going to actually enjoy it. I forced myself to do editing instead of listening to Ice Planet Barbarians. Another TBR, Erin. What are we getting this time? Finished Witch Please and read 5 pages of Dawn. I got some food and there's some stuff about the alien spice that gave me the ICK, so that was fun. Oh, Alien Species that gave me
The ick.
Oh, the ick.
Yeah.
The ick. I'm like, I thought it was ICK that was like a shorthand for something. Oh.
What's wrong with the aliens?
I mean, I can see how it gives some people the ick.
I feel like I'm picturing them as Avatar. So I feel like that's kind of like what I'm thinking about. So it's not as bad. But when they say tail, I'm like, no.
I pretty much picture them as really sexy men, but just blue.
Yeah.
With an extra appendage.
Yeah.
Well, not an extra appendage, but an extra. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then I just always forget that they have a tail until they mention the tail, and then I'm like, oh.
Every time it comes up, I'm like shocked. I'm like, what? Where did this come from?
Yeah, I always forget about the tail. But it took turn great to water my plants, and my headbands were in for that. Nice. I don't know where I started, but I'm now on page 107, as well as gave my cat dinner and finished defrosting mine. I'm liking the book, but a couple of chapters are quite unlikable. Oh, a couple of characters. Oh, no. I'm still reading Rhapsodic. I had a headache the last couple of days, so I haven't been reading much. That's okay. I'm loving my book. These skullduggery books are pretty much automatic 5 stars. They're so funny. That's what you want in a book. I'm kind of skimming the flashback episodes of Rhapsodic, I'm assuming. I'm on page 200 of my Japanese sci-fi novel. I have 86 pages left. I need to know more about this novel because I love Japanese and I love sci-fi. So combine them, I need to know more.
Betty was telling me a little bit on our other sprints the other day, and it sounded so cool. Like it's like tectonic plates and like earthquakes and tsunamis and stuff in Japan. I'm pretty sure that was her because it was in Japan. But yeah, it sounds like really good.
Yeah.
But anything like it before.
Does anyone know if a book box is doing a special edition of new editions of the Bargainer series? The only book box that I could think of that would maybe be doing that would be Fabled Knights, but I don't know what their latest series is that they're doing. But that would be the only one I could think of that may be doing it. In Dawn, the aliens are quite unsettling to the main character, and it really feels that in the writing. Oh, okay. Well, read more Ice Planet Barbarians and you'll be fine. You'll be back on the alien side. She also imagines them as Avatar.
Glad I'm not the only one.
I never picture anything but I'd be a fan of the suede feeling skin. I was talking, I think it was to Erin about this, and she was like, yeah, it's all about like, I'm really into sensory. So she was like, I love the fact that they describe something that I can feel other than just like view.
Yeah. Love that.
Nicely done. Welcome back, Mel. What are you cooking? Okay. There you go, Tracy. Answered your question, Lola. So they won't be doing a set then because they don't do it unless it's a complete series. I haven't read any of it, so I don't know. So my book is following. So one person ages ago disappeared, and then there's the person in the future, present time, and her sister went missing in the fields of this school that's now abandoned 20 years ago, whereas the original disappearance was like 50 years ago. So it's like following like multiple different disappearances at the one place. And now the new school is being like revamped to be a school again.
Yeah.
And so she's like doing a story on it to try and also find out what happened to her sister. And she uncovers this dark mystery of the ghost that will not disappear. But 20 pages in, I've already had chills 3 times.
Well, that's what
because Simone James's ability to write ghost stories is phenomenal. Yeah, she's pretty good if you're into that. But you read more thrillers, more fantasies, don't you?
Yeah, I need to get into thriller because every time I read it, I like it, but I just like don't own many, so I need to like get some on audio or on my Kindle or something because I like them when I do.
I have a couple on Kindle, so I have a like a Google Drive with a bunch of Kindle books. So I'll send you access to that, and there's some thrillers in there that you can like
Thank
There's
you.
more than just thrillers in there, but you can
Yeah.
just take what you want.
Yeah, that'll be great. Thank you.
That way you don't have to like invest the money until you start to realize what kind of thriller you like, because there's so many different kinds. So.
Yeah.
It's the second volume and it's going down. It's so well written and there's a lot of discussion about the possibility of loving your home so much that you want to stay no matter what. Oh, okay. Fried rice. Yum. Or if you take your family and move as soon as possible. Okay. The Simone St. James one? Yeah, it's really good. Like I'm 20 pages in, and you've read Sundown Motel by Simone St. James, I think you said? If you confirm that, I will compare the thrill to a scene in that and you'll know what I'm talking about. But if not, I don't want to spoil a scene in that for you if you're playing already. Tomorrow's her first day. So she's going tomorrow on her first day. I'm not ready to drop her off tomorrow. And originally I was going to be at work, so I wasn't going to be involved in the drop off. But because I've now had my sabbatical for a week, I'll be here. And now I feel bad not dropping her off because I feel like I should be there and experience that memory. But she pulled herself up yesterday and I am not ready for her to be walking yet. And she pulled herself up and stood there and was just like looking at me like, hey mum, like my new skill. Like it wasn't just this random. So I'm scared now because now she's like pulling herself up on things and I'm like, you need to slow down. You only just started crawling. You cannot start walking yet. So yes, she hasn't started daycare. That'll be tomorrow. Really building the school again. Didn't they get the hint after losing two girls? It's like Buffy and the school in the Belfast. Yes, I can confirm this is a good thriller. It is part of a series though, so you can read them. They're like kind of individual reads, but it is part of a series by Steve Cavanaugh. But 13 I read as a standalone before I realized it was part of a series. And it's more of it's a courtroom thriller.
Yeah.
Is how I would describe that. Pretty much the person who murdered the person may or may not be on the jury of the case.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I put it on my list.
No, I haven't read any Simone St. James yet. If you keep loving this one, I might start here. Yeah, either start at The Broken Girls, which I'm loving so far, or do Sundown Motel, which I can already say that I loved. I know, it's too quick, Tracy. It's too quick. Yes, 100%. I know, she's too little. Yeah, that's the plan. Well, Anthony was going to be off, so if I wasn't home, he was going to be, but it's probably better that it's me. Probably. I want to say no, but I don't know. I don't think I'll cry, but then I think I'll sit at home and be like, keep expecting to hear her, and that'll be weirding me out. Like I won't have anything to distract me. Yes, I hope not, but she'll be fine. She is 8 months next week. Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. Of her going to daycare, I don't think I'm allowed to film in the daycare, unfortunately. So I won't be able to do that, I'm sorry, because there'll be other children there, so I'm not allowed to film. But I will post a video of me crying if you want to see that. I mean, I've already cried multiple times on the internet, so what would be the difference? So I think we start another sprint because I can hear her going batshit crazy for Anthony, and I think she wants me. So I am going to go help put her down. We'll do another 45, and then hopefully I can get some reading and get her down. Add that back in, and I'll remember to mute myself this time. Happy reading, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
We have been joined by an Addie because an Addie was so distraught that she was with her father and not with me that she was like almost hyperventilating in tears. And then as soon as she comes to me, she's not happy. I think it's just she wanted to say hello to everyone. You're meant to be in bed. So we'll make it a quick chat, see how everyone went, and then I'll try and get her to bed. But she can hang out with us for a few minutes.
Yeah.
How'd you go?
Good. I read like 20 pages and something like really exciting happened and I was very shocked. So people may have seen my like real reaction on there. I was like gonna cry for a second and then I composed myself, so it's okay. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that. So quick in, but Cassandra Clare.
She loves to throw some like things in there. Well, I did 10 pages of this before I then went to try and help put her to bed because she got upset and then we didn't succeed. And so while I was in there trying to put her to bed, I was reading book 2 in the Find Me series. Which is called Save Me. So I did 30 pages of that. So I did 40 pages all up, but across 2 different books.
Awesome. What did you end up rating Find Me?
I have to give it 5 stars because it kept me up until 3 o'clock in the morning. Like it's not a good lyrical, like it's not a good literary book at all.
Yeah. Okay.
And like it's not everyone's cup of tea, and it was definitely slow burn. Yeah. And like some of the characters annoyed me, but because I literally couldn't put it down, I have to give it 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was too invested to not give it a higher rating. Yeah. Don't pull mummy's shirt. No one wants to see my boobies. Thank you. So let's see where I was at to Addie, cutie. Yeah, everyone loves Addie. She has to see her adoring fans. 10 pages and I didn't know. Yeah, look, that smile was not there literally at the 1 minute mark. She was like, ah! Like it down the other end of the hallway, and I was like, I cannot be on sprints with her crying like that. I was like, I love my followers, but they're not more important than my daughter. So I was like, I'm going to go grab her. She can say quick hi, and then we'll go back to trying to put you to bed. Hey? Now you're just all smiles. I don't understand it. But it was so bad. I'd like have it, and then I'd pass it back to Anthony, and she just dropped the lip and start crying. And I'm like, it's like she knows that I'm going to leave her tomorrow or something. 29 pages, then got distracted by a message from Paige. Interesting. Is Paige planning something exciting that I need to know about? I did not update my vlog and read 30 pages. Nice. 4 pages of the Iron Sword. Oh, that reminds me. Did I turn my timer off? Sorry, I'm doing the 24-hour reading challenge. I didn't. But it's okay because before I forgot to turn it on, so it's probably evens out. Just finished Chain of Iron yesterday, hoping to start Chain of Thorns soon.
Oh, that's exciting.
I finished my book and it's so sad the main character loses. It's completely understandable. Yeah, that's sad when like things like that happen. But I'm glad that you finished it. Although it was sad, was it a 5-star read? Did you enjoy it?
Was that the sci-fi one?
I think it was, yeah. So this round, I will probably be continuing with the Save Me book because it's just easier to read on my phone when I'm in the room with her because it's so dark.
Yeah.
So we might just quickly jump back in, if that's okay with you, to another one. Fine. And then hopefully she'll be down for that one. This may be the last sprint. 45 minutes from now gets us to what time? I don't even maths. We could maybe do one more short one afterwards. It depends how you're feeling.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
We'll see how we're feeling at the end. This may or may not be the last sprint, but we may do one more when we come back.
Yeah.
So good night, Addie. I will be in bed when we come back. Won't I? Yes, I will be. All right. See you guys soon.
Bye.
Welcome back.
Hi.
I hope that sprint was more productive for you than it was for me.
It wasn't really, no.
You were meant to be carrying the team.
I
No,
know, I'm
kidding.
sorry. I got
It's fine.
distracted. Someone in my family called me and there's lots of family drama, so I was like getting all the tea.
I was going to say spill the tea, but maybe later behind scenes.
No, probably not. Probably not okay. But I would like to, but yeah, not really mine to say.
Well, I guess it's semi-entertaining to hear the tea.
Yeah, it was like reading a book.
Nice. I got her to sleep, which took me 30 minutes. And then in the last 15 minutes, I did some prep for a video I have to film tomorrow.
Feel productive.
Because I figured that was probably going to be better than me reading like 5 pages, because that's probably all that would have happened in that last 15 minutes. So
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Now, where was I? Everyone was saying goodnight to Addie, and then Erin said, I don't know, she's got that I'm going to cause trouble face on. Yeah, she did for about 30 minutes, but then she finally realized that she wasn't going to win anymore. I hope to hear, right? I hope you finally made a talking conversation part, but congratulations on finishing your book. Was it 5 stars? Let me know. And we've lost Tammy, but that is fine. The fact that you hung around till 1 a.m., I am very proud of you. I started a Hungarian author's book that was mandatory read in elementary school. It's a short story collection. I opened it and already remember the first story. It's going to rip my heart out all over again. It's about a little boy who gets a folk-made whistle, and he plays it, and his sister has high fever. Oh, I think I've read this. But the boy is greedy and always saying later, and the little sister dies during the night from the fear, and the little boy has such immense guilt, my heart cannot handle it. Why do I feel like this is a story that I've heard of? There is a book called This Winter, I think it is, or something like that. And it is a story of, like, the real life story of the person who wrote the Chronicles of Narnia. And it sounds very familiar to that. So that's where I'm getting that from. But it's the other way around. The little boy gets sick and the girl has guilt. So maybe I'm just totally getting that wrong. Nice. I'm still yet to watch that. It is on my watch later list. 100 pages away from the end of this book. Woo! Do you reckon you'll get it finished tonight? Read about 20 pages. I never want to stop reading this sweet, queer, small town story. Wait, did you tell us which book this was?
I think so.
Maybe ages earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm just forgetting. Ren, have you read Sunset Springs by Kaysen Calendar? Because I think you would really like it if you haven't already read it. And yes, she is. So I'm way too tired to read Butler, so I'm now listening to Ice Marines 5. I like Saluk already. Yeah, here's a fun one. Went for a walk and finished House of Names. Really good ancient Greek retelling. Love a good retelling. That's fine. You don't have to finish tonight. I'm not going to get any books finished tonight either. I'll probably finish this. Woo, excuse me. Video prep in the next, if we do another small sprint. And then maybe read a little bit before I go to bed. We probably will only do like a, 20-minute sprint for the last one.
Yep,
if you're good with that. Just because 9 o'clock's my bedtime and I'm an old woman. Oh, you did say, okay, green. So it is an Audible exclusive audiobook. There is only the audiobook, and it follows a 27-year-old male who pretty much has lost his job and has to like leave New York City and move back to his like small town of Sunset Springs where his mum lives. And then he like befriends like a local, and I think one of them is trans, if I recall correctly. And there's definitely one of the main characters is also BIPOC. I don't know if the BIPOC one is a trans or not. I can't remember. But it's this cute little like male romance, I think is how you would call it. But one of them is trans. But really well done. And it's all about like, you know, coming out as gay, and he's afraid to do it in his small town because he's worried he's going to get judged, etc. Yeah, but it's really well done and really like likable characters.
That sounds good.
Oh my God, go to bed, Meg. Thank you for coming for so long, and sweet dreams, and maybe see you next time. I don't know how all these people stay out till 3:30 in the morning. Like, I appreciate them being here, but I just feel terrible. I'm like, go to bed. Don't let me keep you awake. I'm like, here I am complaining about needing to go to bed by 9 p.m. and they're like, it's 3:30 in the morning here. I will ask which book I should start tomorrow. I have one that will hit a Jonas Brothers prompt and one that won't, but is a book about a boy discovering more about his autism. What are the two possible books? I'm all for reading books with representation, so I like the sound of the second one, but I also like the sound of you hitting a Jonas Brother prompt if you're not on Jonas Brothers, because that's a steal. But if you're on Team Jonas Brothers, then I still vote for the autism book to not give Jonas Brothers any points. Bye. Yeah, it is really good, and it's only, I think, like 3 hours, if I recall correctly. Like, it's a really short audiobook. It's like a novella from the author of what's the book he wrote? Felix Ever After. Yeah. As an ND, I choose the autism book. What's it called? Yeah. Tell us more. Have you read any books about autism, like with autism rep in them?
I would say so. I don't know. I'm really like bad at remembering. Like,
I was gonna say I can't. I know I have, but I can't think of any.
Same. I feel like if I look at my books.
Other than
in Shadowhunters, there's some. I know in The Dark Artificers.
Mm-hmm.
One of the characters has autism in that one. But yeah, I'm sure I've read lots of books with autism rep.
Yeah. So this is a funny story about an autism book that's not a good autism book. So sometimes, obviously, like every single book that ever exists is available on the Booktopia website. But we can do things to make it more difficult for people to find certain books if they're a book that doesn't align with the morals of the company or something like that. So books about Hitler or things like that are much harder to find in the search function. You have to really know the ISBN, etc. And there was a book about how coconut oil and drinking coconut oil can cure autism. And there were parents out there buying this book and force feeding their children coconut oil to cure their autism. And so I had the joy of blacklisting that book so it doesn't appear anymore when people go looking for it. And I was like, happy to do this. I'm like, fair enough if you want to do that as an adult and make the decision as an adult, but to force feed a child to do that, that's where I draw the line.
Good.
Yeah. I'm curious to know what the book about. Okay. The autism book is called When I See Blue, and the other one is called When Only One, which is about poverty, grief, mental illness, and family dysfunction. I mean, they both sound fantastic, so either one is fine. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's terrible. And he's a doctor that's giving this advice. Yeah. He thinks that coconut oil cures everything, including cancer and a few other things. And I was just like, oh no. No, they're not stupid. They're desperate. And when you are a parent of someone, when you're a parent of a child who is autistic, you'll do everything to try and make their life easier. And sometimes they think that curing it is easier than working hard to make them functionable. So it's more a matter of desperation as a parent, I think, than stupidity. Oh yeah, definitely. Uh-huh. 100%. Anyways, on that morbid note, shall we do one more 20 minutes sprint to take us to 9
Sounds
o'clock?
great. Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm going to have to find a different timer. Actually, I just might put a banner saying sprint till. That's not what I want because I can't be bothered going to find the 20-minute thing. So read until would say 9 o'clock, but then people that are not from here won't know what I'm talking about.
Also, I was going to say I might be doing sprints later. Because I am waiting for my Hogwarts thing to load up and see if it actually comes out tonight. So I might be staying up reading Chain of Thorns, so I may as well do sprints. So yeah, I might put that on my channel. Just letting people
head
know.
on over if you want to keep reading. Brooklyn will still be going. I'm going to go to bed. The thing is, I'll probably end up in your comments because I'll wake up and just be like in your comments. I was on someone's sprint the other day and I was literally didn't have the volume up because I didn't have my headphones and I was trying to guess what was going on based on the comments. And then the people in the comments started giving me like subtitles. So yeah, no, that's fine. Totally keep going after. Just because I'm going to bed doesn't mean you have to stop. So yeah, but I'll put if you want to set it up in this sprint, I'll put the link in here so people can go directly over there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. All right. Happy reading for this last sprint, everyone. Hi.
Hi.
It's still like my computer says 9:01, but my phone says 8:59. So I was like, I'll just meet in the middle.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, they enjoyed making me have fun reading their captions the other day. So as I have done, I've put the link for your sprints. So head over there when we're done here, and she'll be sprinting on her channel for I don't know how long, but if you want to keep sprinting,
I'm gonna start in like half an hour, I think. I'll just like have a break and then get back into it.
That's fair enough. But that link will lead you there, so you can just wait until she starts. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, Brooklyn, for coming and joining me on my Tuesday evening. I'm usually here by myself, so it's nice to have some company. As I said earlier in the sprint, I don't know who was here. Next Tuesday is obviously Valentine's Day. I unfortunately have to work until 5:30, which is when I usually start. So I probably won't be home in time to do too late a sprint. So I will either do a shorter one on the Tuesday, or I will move it to a different day. Maybe on the weekend. However, on the weekend, Paige from Pages with Pages birthday sprints are going for 12 hours from 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Time until 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Time on the Saturday. So I will be a part of that. So maybe I just won't do sprints this week because I'm meant to be going back to work next week. So my Tuesday evening sprints will be back once I'm back at work on a regular basis. But this week I'm at 2 jobs, so my timing is very different. But that's okay because Brooklyn is sprinting tomorrow and the next day as well. So you guys will have Brooklyn to keep you company when I can't. So yeah, thank you, everybody. I'm glad that you managed to do 4 chapters in Ice Planet Barbarians. I'm glad that you're enjoying Saluk. He does come back later as well, and he is definitely one of my favorite boys as well. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.